And this is Southpaw v Orthodox as well, so there's going to be a lot of power shots being thrown by Lemos. She's going to be power kicking, big loop-in shots. She's really going to try and take Rodriguez's head off, and she's not going to want to fight over 25 minutes because, I mean, power punches just don't. You want to put people out, and you want to get on with your day. Hello everybody and welcome to the War Room. This one is for this weekend's UFC main event. Marina Rodriguez taking on Amanda Lemos. Should be a fun one, this one. I'm a big fan of Marina Rodriguez's fighting style. She's very aggressive. She only ever loses by very, very a close margin. I mean, you know, her record is 16 wins with 1 loss and 2 draws. You can watch both of the draws and think to yourself, you know, a couple of decisions here and there, a few more strikes here and there, a bit more takedown offense instead of being aggressive here and there, and she may be undefeated. I mean, of course, she's got that split decision loss to Carla Esparza, but on a different day, I still feel like, you know, she could come out on top against anybody in this division. Very skilled individual. On the other side, Amanda Lemos, who had a bit of a rough start in the UFC, but has since found her condition. I mean, she's very physically imposing in this division. She's powerful. Her knockdown ratio is very impressive, which I'll get to in a little while. So quick tail of the tape. So as I said, Marina Rodriguez, 16 wins with 1 loss and 2 draws. Amanda Lemos, 12 wins, 2 losses and 1 draw. 6 knockouts out of 16 wins on Rodriguez's record and 1 triangle. On Lemos' side, we've got 7 knockouts and 3 submissions, 2 guillotines and a rear naked choke. Now, Marina Rodriguez has never been stopped. Lemos has been TKO'd and she's been arm triangled by Jessica Andrade. I'm not saying that means that Lemos is going to get stopped if anyone gets stopped, because I think Lemos has got the power to put anybody in this division out if she lands. The other thing working against Lemos in this one, though, is that she's never been 5 rounds. And Rodriguez has been 5 rounds twice against tough opponents. I expect the longer this fight goes, that the more it leans in favour of Rodriguez. And I do think that Lemos could potentially punch herself out if she doesn't land the shots to do the damage. But, you know, Rodriguez has got a long period of time to stay away from that power and to try not to get taken down and lose minutes of the fight on the floor. Because the times when she's lost, or the times when a fight's been scored a draw, is because she's been taken down and she's been controlled for a portion of the fight. I mean, you look at the fight against Calvillo, you know, she looked great in the first and second, and the last round was a 10-8. Against Marcos, she struggled in the first round. I think it was a 10-8 on 2 scorecards, but then she won the next 2 rounds on 2 scorecards. You know, I think she's far more suited to 5 rounds, and I don't know whether that's going to suit Lemos because she's so aggressive. You know, I think she can punch herself out, but I do think she's quite calm, quite patient at the same time. So unless she feels like she's hurting Rodriguez, and she's trying to look for the finish, she's going to be picking these shots quite carefully. And I think she's going to know she's the stronger fighter out of the two as well in the clinch. She's number 1 for shortest average fight time among active strawweights. She's also number 1 for knockdown average per 15 minutes, and Rodriguez sits at number 5. And she's number 1 for knockdowns. Rodriguez is tied 4th. So she's ahead with a lot of the power striking statistics. Now, if I'm Marina Rodriguez, I have a 2-inch height advantage, but I don't have a reach advantage. But I don't mind about that so much, because I'm going to use that height advantage to move and sting her with my legs and keep prodding her with my straight punches. And I'm going to try and keep her off as much as I can, and then try and prime her to get her angy so she starts coming swinging, trying to land knockout shots. That's the point when I'm either going to move away and be completely gone, or I'm going to stand my ground and I'm going to hit with elbows and knees. Because for me, Marina Rodriguez's best skill set in this fight is going to be those elbows and knees. But it's a case of managing the range so she's not too close with the elbows and knees, because then she's going to get clinched and she's going to get taken down. And Lemos has shown good reaps, good trips. Harai Goshi against Mizuki. I think if this fight hits the floor, Lemos could quite easily just eat away at rounds and just control time and beat her up a little bit and control and slowly wear her down that way. Maybe even grab a guillotine, because Rodriguez does scramble. She is pretty good at getting back to her feet. She does lose minutes of rounds at times, but when she does scramble back to her feet, it's not always the most technical. Oftentimes she's bridging off the fence, or she's building up to her knees, and Lemos might look to either take the back, she's got a rear naked choke, or she might be able to grab her neck. She's got 2 guillotines. So they're things that Rodriguez has got to be watching out for. As I said, she's never been stopped, but someone like Amanda Lemos is the kind of fighter that can change that. Okay, quick, go back to the tail of the tape and let me have a quick look at these stats. So, Lemos with a slightly lower striking output, but a higher striking accuracy. But she always also takes more strikes per minute and has a lower defense. So, bit of a trade-off there. Of course, Rodriguez is going to be throwing a higher volume of strikes. She's going to need to, because her strikes aren't quite as impactful as Amanda Lemos. But she's also not going to be taking too many strikes in return as well. 57% striking defense, 3 strikes absorbed per minute compared to 4.4 for Lemos. They're the kind of statistics she needs to be edging far more towards her. Less strikes from Lemos, because any one of them could be seriously damaging. And then when it comes to the grappling, as you would expect, an advantage for Lemos there, 1.07 takedowns per 15 minutes compared to 0.2 for Rodriguez. Doesn't really want to be on the floor. Slightly higher submission average, higher takedown accuracy, 81% takedown defense as well. So again, if this fight becomes a grappling match, it's because Lemos has decided it. I don't think Rodriguez is going to be trying to clinch her, trying to take her down. It would just be foolish. If I was her, I would be trying to stay as far away from Lemos as possible with my kicks and my straight punches. And then when she starts coming in, like as I said, move away into space to frustrate her and make her even more reckless, or stand my ground and smash her with elbows and knees. And using that tie clinch to control her and weigh on her as well. Not even always throwing knees, because when you're striking, you're vulnerable. If you can get that tie clinch and hang on her for a little bit, lean on her against the fence, work her midsection, near in the body and legs, then she's going to start, it's water in the basement for the later rounds that Amanda Lemos has never seen. Okay. Let me quick show you my discoverings for... I don't know which way around these are going to be. Let's say Marina Rodriguez is red. So, M. Rod. Her name's too long. Okay. So, she's landed 886 strikes total in her UFC career, with 2 knockdowns, which gives her a knockdown statistic of 4.43 per knockdown. Amanda Lemos, this is impressive. So she's landed 318 strikes to 5 knockdowns, which gives her a knockdown statistic, drumroll please, of 63.6 per knockdown. That stat tells you a lot, doesn't it? And you've got to think that she could considerably increase those strikes landed per minute. Those strikes, total strikes landed, if she was taking this fight to the floor and hitting her there. But most likely she's going to want to keep pushing up this knockdown number, because she can keep bringing her knockdown statistic down. Like, that to me just tells me how this fight's going to play out if it's on the feet. Rodriguez has got to land volume. She's got to do as much damage as she can with as many strikes as she can. Death by 1,000 cuts. Bam, 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 and then smash, smash, smash with elbows and knees. But Lemos, she's going to kind of walk forward with that gunslinger style, waiting for the opportunity to crack Lemos with big shots, and to crack Marina with big shots. And this is Southpaw v Orthodox as well, so there's going to be a lot of power shots being thrown by Lemos. She's going to be power kicking, big loop-in shots. She's really going to try and take Rodriguez's head off, and she's not going to want to fight over 25 minutes, because, power punches just don't. You want to put people out, and you want to get on with your day. Rodriguez is far more accustomed to, 9 decisions on her record. As I said, she's been 5 rounds twice as well. She's far more accustomed to longer fights. Average fight time is quite clear for these two, quite clearly different. What is it, 6:51, 6:59, I think it is for Lemos, and 14:54 for Rodriguez. I would be playing the long Muay Thai game if I was her. And if I was Lemos, I'd be trying to close her down and land big shots and then probably take her down. Because if I can eat away at the clock with 2 minutes on the floor, 3 minutes control time, beat her up a little bit, make her more desperate to scramble so her scrambles become less technical, I might be able to jump on her back. I might be able to attack her neck. There's a few different options there for Amanda Lemos as well. I'm excited for this one. Kind of flying under the radar, but they are two fighters in this division that bring a lot of intensity and ferocity. Definitely worth a watch. Quick shout out to our sponsors, because I forgot to do it at the start, Jamie. We are brought to you today by the new super gym that's opening up in Loughborough Town Centre, HW1 FITNESS. Give us a follow on Instagram at HW1 FITNESS. And come and check us out when we're open. The upstairs will be open within the next few weeks, and the downstairs, the whole gym, strength and conditioning and everything, will be open from the new year onwards. It's going to be the centre in the Midlands for mixed martial arts. So come and check us out. It's going to be a real good spot. And give us a follow on Instagram. We need that little boost. And give us a subscribe. I always forget to say that. Give us a subscribe and a like on the video as well. And thank you. And we'll see you next time.